Welcome to lecture-online. So here let's do an example now of how to find the locations on the graph where the slope is equal to 0. And for that we take the function r equals 1 plus the sine of theta. So how do we do that? Now visually you can say that it's probably up here where the slope is 0, probably at the origin, and probably at these two locations. Matter of fact, there's certainly a place here where the slope has to be 0, right here. Here, it could be that there's a discontinuity there in the derivative, so that may not be the case, that there's slope equals 0 there, but we'll find out. That's why we do this as an example. Again, use the general equation dy dx is equal to a function of r and theta, and then we set dy dx equal to 0 and solve for the angle theta. That's the idea. For which angles of theta do we find that the slope is equal to 0? So we're setting this expression here equal to 0, but again, since it's a fraction, that means only the numerator needs to be 0 for a fraction to be 0. That means this here must equal 0, which is the numerator of this expression. Now the next thing we should do is substitute for every r. We substitute what the function is equal to, 1 plus the sine of theta, and for every dr d theta, we need to substitute its derivative. So let's find the derivative of the function. Dr d theta is equal to the derivative of this, which is going to be the cosine of theta. So now we substitute those two in our expression right here. So first we have 1 plus the sine of theta multiplied times the cosine of theta plus the sine of theta multiplied times the derivative dr d theta, which is equal to the cosine of theta. And that is equal to 0. Now notice we now have an expression that only has the angle theta in it as the only unknown, so now we need to solve that for theta. Also notice that we have two expressions right here, or two terms, and for each term we can factor out a cosine of theta. So this becomes the cosine of theta times 1 plus the sine of theta plus the sine of theta from here. And that equals 0. Now simplifying this, coming up in this direction here, so now we have the cosine of theta times 1 plus 2 times the sine of theta is equal to 0. Since we have a product equal to 0, that means that either the cosine of theta must equal 0 or 1 plus 2 times the sine of theta must equal 0. And if we solve this for sine of theta, we can say that the sine of theta is equal to minus 1/2, bringing the 1 across, it becomes minus 1, divide both sides by 2. So now we know that we have the conditions that the slope will be equal to 0 when the cosine of theta is equal to 0 or the sine of theta is equal to minus 1/2. Well, the cosine of theta equals 0 at 90 degrees and at 180 degrees. So yes, we confirm that here the slope will indeed be 0. So we can say that theta, therefore, must equal 90 degrees or 270 degrees. So that came out of this portion of the equation. Now the sine of theta equals negative 1/2. That will happen at 30 degrees past 180 or 30 degrees before 360. Which means that here also we can say that theta is equal to 180 plus 30, which is 210 degrees, or 360 minus 30, which is 330 degrees. So these are the other two locations where the slope is equal to 0. So first at 90 degrees, which is the point right up here, and let me use a different color. So you can see that right here at this location, that's where the slope is 0, that's at 90 degrees. Then we come all the way around here, that's 90, 180, 270, that's right here. The slope here is also equal to 0. And then at 210 degrees, which is 30 degrees past 180 degrees right here, the slope is equal to 0. And at 330 degrees, which is 30 degrees below the horizontal in this direction, right here, so you can see that here the slope is also 0 degrees. And we found all four locations on the function where the slope is 0 degrees. Now if you're not quite sure what we did here, you can simply say, well, from here you can write that theta is equal to the inverse cosine of 0 and plug that into your calculator, or you can say that theta here is equal to the inverse sine of negative 1/2. And again, if you do that in your calculator, you will come up with those particular values. And that's how it's done.